Hello and welcome back to another live session with Nana Ayebiafo Jnana. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm very good. There is this mystery regarding water that I've been battling with.
Okay.
Some are very salty, some are very hot, some are even very cold. What do you think is the cause of all these manipulations?
Okay, thank you. I would like to say that God is the most powerful engineer. He is the engineer behind creation, and everything we see in existence was engineered by God Almighty. And the fact of the matter is that it is not very easy for us to be able to deduce from the mindset of God why and how He engineers some of these things. But with a little of research, through mystical means and through ordinary research, you come to realize that why the sea is salty and why some waters are hot right from the base and some is very cold. Scientifically, somehow or the other can be proven, but some of them goes beyond just scientific research. What I know is that we have innumerable universes, and each universe is possessed of one sun, one moon. You know what I'm saying? We have so many universes. A universe consists of several planets. And each universe have one sun and one moon.
Okay.
So within our universe, it's one of the smallest universe. We have a sun, we have a moon. And each universe also possesses an ocean. So it is not only salt oceans that exist.
For real?
Yeah. There are other oceans like honey ocean, milk ocean, sugar ocean, like that.
And they are bigger like what we see here.
Same here. I mean, other planets, other universes have bigger ones. Our Earth is just small, it's tiny. Let me give you an example. Each universe have a personality called a Brahma. A Brahma is somehow the engineer of that universe. But the Brahma of this our universe have 4 heads. Like the way you see me, you have only one face. This Brahma have 4 faces. He faces here, he faces here, he faces there, and he faces there. Because this our universe have 4 dimensions. We have north, south, east, and west.
Wow.
So the Brahma must see all the 4 dimensions of that universe. There are other universes that have about 20 dimensions. It means that the Brahma on that universe must have 20 heads to be able to view all the dimensions at the same time. So if you go to a universe that say we have about 1,000 or 10,000 dimensions, it means that the Brahma there possesses 1,000 or 2,000 faces to be able to view each dimension simultaneously. So our universe is the smallest, very, very tiny, small, as compared to other universes. So each universe have an ocean. Ours is salt. We have the Caksus ocean. It's milk ocean, pure milk. We have sugar ocean. We have honey ocean, and many other oceans, even oil ocean in other universes. So what causes the whole salt stuff in this our ocean is that, you see, just recently, some few days back, there's this oceanic something. They went to see the debris of the Titanic ship, and there were some 5 guys. They never came back. One day we have to talk about that.
Yes.
Because this Titanic stuff, it is not just on an ordinary situation. The Titanic itself got submerged about 100 years or so ago. And now people want to go and see the debris there too. They got submerged. Big guys, though. People that paid $200,000 to pay to view. Huh? $100,000. You know how much it is?
You can buy a house.
120 million Ghana cedis. I mean, 1.2 million Ghana cedis. $100,000. So it means that you can buy a house. All these 4 bedrooms here, you can buy one. Somebody is paying double of that
To go see a ship.
to go and see a wrecked ship, which is say about 20-something thousand feet under the sea. So, you know, the whole water body is there. You go deep, deep, deep down. There's a bare floor. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because see, the whole place is water, 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 water. You go down, down, down there. There will be a bare floor there. And See, our ocean, the bed is a rock of salt. You understand? So during some chemical eruptions, some volcanic eruptions, so the salt will always be there because the bed, the sea floor itself is salt. So that's why our water tastes salty.
Oh, okay.
You know, I was reading somewhere, somebody said that the mountains, they possess some kind of things, and when the rain falls and the water drips, some combustion takes place, and there's something that generates into salt and whatever. I said, but there's no stream that's salty. There's no river that's salty. All this mountain water, everything go through the streams and go to the water. Why is it that it's only the sea that is salty? So the whole point is that God created it to be so. Like I'm telling you, each universe possesses a different ocean. Our ocean is salt ocean. And the sea floor of this, our ocean, is pure salt. So for 1 million years to come, our salt will always remain, our ocean will always remain salty. Because the bed floor, the sea floor itself is pure salt. So if you go to other planets that say they have a honey ocean, the bedrock is made of honey. So even if you bring the whole world water into it, it can never dilute it. The same concentration will be there. So that is it. God's amazing. Saying this before, God is just amazing. How he engineered his own creation. It's amazing. Recently, I went to Ethiopia, and there is this water that's coming from the mountains. It is the most hottest water I've ever bathed. Like if you boil the water to the highest degree, very hot, like the one they used to remove the feathers of chicken, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Very hot. And it's directly from the mountains. So with the research, I understand that it's because of volcanic eruption. Under the mountains, there is this volcanic eruption. So, anytime there's eruption, there's fire, there's heat. So the water passes through all this eruption all the time before it gets out there.
Oh, okay.
That's why the water is always hot. Very hot. It is so hot too. When you step in, you remove and your leg is hot. But as the leg is in there for some time, then it begins to, the body is beginning to adapt to the whole environment and you're able to stay there. It's very hot. So that is chemical eruption. But with the sea, it's because the sea floor is rock of salt. And that's how God created it. So our world will have this sea water till thy kingdom come. Nobody can change it. If you let the scientists go there to go and pour all the whole world water into it, it will still be salty. Because the bedrock itself is salt. And that's how God created it. If you go to other planets, you go and meet different oceans. Like I'm telling you, we have honey ocean, we have milk ocean, we have oil. The oil we are suffering for. Just imagine if this our ocean is petrol. Just imagine that if this, I don't know how people going to do it. Every day I'll pick my car there to go and fill the tank.
Oh, I think the Americans won't allow you.
See, so the whole point is that if you go to other planets, like the way we buy milk, if you go to other planets, the ocean there is milk.
So they don't buy milk?
No, what do we need? It's the same way we don't need the sea water so much. If you go there, they wouldn't need it.
Okay.
If you go where the ocean is oil, the petrol ocean or something, people might not see the importance. Same way we don't even value this. So yes, a lot of things go on in the sea. I think, mermaid. Mermaid.
The local name, Mami Water.
That's the name they call Mami Water. I don't know who is giving that name. Mami Water. Mermaid, they are real.
We've heard.
You've heard. They are real. Just, at times there are some of these things you don't even know how to even narrate for people to even understand.
But one will say, how did you know?
How did you know? How did you know that when you eat food, it's going to digest in your stomach in the first place? There are many questions you can't answer them. But the whole point is that these are real things. They are there. Mermaids are there. They are in the sea. They are there. They are not spiritual. They are beings like the way we have human beings here. The way we have human beings here, we have animals here. Even the human being, we have the black people, we have fair people, white. If you go to the ocean, the same creed of people are there. The mermaids are not spiritual. Just that there are some bodies, when the soul occupies it, they don't have much limitations like that of ours. So the mermaids are in there. They might possess some kind of mystical energy, but they're not spiritual beings. They are like you see pala or pitri or maybe tilapia.
Okay.
The way you see them in the water, the same thing. The mermaids are there. They are also some of the human species there in the water bodies. So they have body. The top part, the top part is a human being, and then the down there is fish. You see the hands, they have this flare that join them like the way the fish, they all looks like. That's what they do. Right? They are not spiritual.
Oh, okay.
They are just beings. But like I'm telling you, they possess some kind of mystical energy because of the body they possess. So if you go to the ocean, they are there.
You have to treat that topic separately.
It's a very deep topic because I know what they call Mami water. If you go to, especially in the water region, the Togo, Benin, they do a lot of worship of Mami water. A lot of people are there. And some spirit will just possess them. They say the Mami water in the ocean there. There are some spirits. See, if you go to the ocean, there are many, many, many spirits there.
Okay.
So anybody that goes there, people want to be worshipped, right?
Yes.
Even here on earth, there are many people they want to be worshipped. All these are politicians. They are doing all this nonsense because they want people to worship them. Yes, he's a big man. Yes, wherever he's coming, people give way. People. There's no traffic for them. There's no go slow every time. People want that kind of thing. So even if somebody doesn't want to be a politician, and then all the people from your area comes up, please, if you want to become our MP, please go and stand. We will vote for you. And then you begin to see these politicians, the way they enjoy all freebies and all that. If you are not careful, you might think, okay, let me just go and do it because at least I will benefit from it. So there are many, many spirits around. So when you go to the sea and the ocean and you're doing incantation and doing all these things, some of these spirits, they are very nice. These people will always be calling me and they will be giving me this. Let me just go and respond to them. And they have the ability to respond to whatever request you have. Then maybe first, second, third, fourth, fifth request has been answered. You think, oh, I have some spirit who is going to help me. So you worship them, they are happy. Whatever you want, they give to you. So it is not a man-made, what they call Mami water. No, it's never true. There are many, many beings in the river bodies. Like I've said this before, that if you go to the sea, the Beva Swaga, the artificial heaven, we have 3 different kind of women there. They are down there. They are deep, deep. When you go through the sea, the ocean, they are there. See, people don't get this. When you go outside, you see, when you look up, that cloud is water. I hope you know.
No.
When the airplane goes through it and you are sitting on the window, you see the whole body of the plane get wet.
Wow.
Yes. So that thing is water. It's kind of condensed water. So the plane goes through it and you see the whole body of the aircraft get wet. So there's water here and there's water down. But after you have gone through the waters, you go to a space where there's no water there. So it means that the clouds is here. Okay? Condensed water all this way, but as soon as the plane goes through it, you go to this side and there's no water here. So when you go to the ocean, you go and you get to a point there's no water, you go and meet another world.
With no water but air like this.
The same environment like the way we are living here, you go and meet. So the sea water you see like that, it will be hanging. The way we see the clouds up there, those down there, the ocean, you will also see the ocean to be like some kind of cloud up.
Wow. Yeah,
so that's what we call the Beaver Swagger. So you go deep, deep, deep down. After the 7th of whatever planet or universes, you go and meet the Beaver Swagger. That's where there's no sun. The Beaver Swagger is like artificial heaven. And there are many, many wonderful things going on there. Like there's no sun there. But there's no day and there's no night. People there don't sweat. The enjoyment there is something else. You can't compare to even the original heaven up there.
Really?
Beaver Swagger. And there are these 3 ladies. See, people that go under the sea for things, they come back and they say have money, and it is real. When you go down there are 3 different kind of ladies. The first groupings, they only marry people from that world, like the men from that world. They won't take any other man. The second class of women there, they will can marry men on that world or men from outside that world. Then the third class, they marry only people from outside. So for instance, if somebody is looking for some mystical energy and you're able to consult some mystical man and somehow you're able to travel into the the Neta world, you go there and meet some of these women. They have this juice, they call it soma juice. When you drink the soma juice, you possess the strength of 10,000 elephants. And not for anything, just to have sex.
They love sex.
They love sex. Because the semen that we don't know the value, they know the value.
Okay.
Because the semen generates life. And they need those life to become powerful. So when they meet men here, they will give you this so much juice. You'll be strong. And what you now boom to say what's in your So you have sex and have sex and have sex. Like that. Whatever you want, they will give to you. A baby one because about phone to say the kukuntetim furufusena. There's a guy that came to me. No, is it Newtown? Yeah, Newtown. I checked. When I started this, my spiritual stuff, this guy came to me. As we will be watching. Those days, I mean, God, I need the bar. But it's okay. According to him, somebody introduced him to something. So they went there and at their back and only demands of Pisika. You want to be rich. So whatever they consulted there in the natural world, said Sika de your problem, but we also demand only one thing from you. That is sex. You can't say no when we demand for sex. If you can agree, whatever money you want, we will give it to you. And he agreed because he went there because of money. So according to him, or Mufis that trip on the buy and check, or the second be Sika. Like big money, Sika is coming, money is coming. But how about they not beautifully know about the whole day, them foot from morning to night. And according to him, he will be ejaculating blood until case cry.
Wow.
Share. He will keep on like that for a whole day. Then the lady will just go. The money is that only scanning by like from nowhere money is coming or cars will feel near it or somewhere chin sa ko benin or ko hen or ko because that come like experience it was a lot, but it's like nothing seems to be working. Because for no say that obeko baby no beba no giga. Don't do ko baby say what give you that kind of budge mama dey actually. So when he came there, I checked. It was scary because it's not like say will be na can be story or the person is just telling you one personal experience. No, Pajana has here and he white like I said will be only moja. No fake. That's only the deeper or the different.
He's using all the energy.
I would think I can say share. Money but you must have any buffalo. Because that's why I mean you agree to give that in return. So I asked him if we want to help him, we because we obey or say obey. So when it comes to some of these netherworld beings, I have a way of dealing with them. No, there are mystical things you will do. No more mumpe. Don't they say I deal with say snake or them and I snake or compounder. There will be big snake in on pet. So who do you set up tobacco or then tobacco yeah. So areas of snakes will be here. Now would be a tobacco or corner. Tobacco is what I know. Tobacco, not weed. Tobacco. They can't stay snake. No snake can stay there. Until a walker cow will be a not any pan or with tobacco instantly poison a benitorizing. Yes.
That's one medicine.
And I say walker will be not in terms of somebody bid to a crab number if you was here poison in a bed diluting here. So there are being behind the umpe. Once you be her. On perfume cry and wedding. So ko baby no be a spin on a perfume and they know bow no hinsi. We be the on so these netherworld beings, we know what they don't want. I do almost change and my man say, take this and go and use. This guy went there after a week. Or by ourselves the whole week and or experiencing the presence of this lady. I'm so uncle no use we no. Like that for about 1 month or by ourselves experiencing. I'm some money be so I started giving him. The year baby say 6 months to be 1 year. No, I experienced that. Then, maintaining can view. And I never gave any child for this guy because the Jnana is true. I was afraid. Because the story of Kanehu say, you might feel it. I was secretly good. So I was afraid. All the things I gave to him free of charge. I didn't want to entertain anything because some of these spirits, one year more you be nice question, I gave them and I said, 1 year more compete. Now they will come back and be troubling you. Or maybe around that kind of thing. I didn't want to experience it. So, okay, be a year, but that's the baby. So, after 6 months to a year, maintaining cancer, a boom, now then some baby. Then he came back.
Nipa.
And I'm saying, what happened? All this also, all this now, I'm back to this. Why okay? Now I'm saying, no, baby. And they, according to one case, teaching called Benin, no many places. You never had any solution. Now, I will be what the person helped you without even charging anything. A year is just too small for you to forget about the person. At least 10 years, what? Not just 10 years, it's immediate. Someone helped you less than a year and you're able to forget about the person because you're not having that difficulty anymore. So I can't do anything for you again because the ritual I did for you is something that has to continue. So now that you've broken at some point, I can't start it all over again. So there's nothing I can do for you. This guy was still there, so I have to pack something or some soup and oil, go and use it. I know that it wouldn't help him. Because like people know, it is wrong. So I don't know where is this guy now. So so it happens, at times. Be careful, especially when those people that say I want to go for money rituals, you can do any of those things. You're very careful. One day, who could do net avoid? No more so minimum just because you want money. Too late. The money is there, but you can't enjoy it. Just imagine, say, a nice guy like you, then a lady will come in the night, and you be on about you. Spirit be a so you can't misbehave. Then you have to go through this sequence, sex like that, to say ejaculation better 20 times. Now you begin to see blood coming. You can't stop. Just because there's money there. So people have to be very careful. At times people come to me and say, because as any power you need to work, and then from that kind of sweat, when money comes and you enjoy it, nature you don't understand. But getting free money without you struggling for it is not a very good thing. So yes, the ocean inhabits a lot of stuff, many things. Like I was saying the other day, all the precious stones, everything is in the ocean. And Varuna is one of the powerful and the most richest deities. Because all the minerals, just imagine, diamond. If somebody give you a diamond like this,
you are rich.
But everywhere, if you go there, the diamond, there's a ruby, there's emerald, there's sapphire. Every stone there you can get from the sea. Even those of us that we go to the beaches, you don't see those kind of special stones you used to pick. If you go deep down, beautiful things are there. Many beautiful things. So yes, our ocean is a sea, is a salt, because the floor is pure of salt, rock salt. It's not because during rains, the mountains, produces anything that makes it no. Because the rains from the mountains go to the streams, goes to the river before you get to the sea. But the streams and the rivers are not salty. The reason for the saltiness of the ocean is that the bedrock is pure salt, and it's God who did that way. If you go to other planets that have different kind of oceans, they also have oceans of milk, honey, and whatever, because the bedrock is that element or that substance that the water, takes its own nature from. So that is it.
Let me chip in this. You taught a ritual at the beach with Accra transformations. Mm-hmm. Who is actually in charge of those kind of rituals? Is it Varuna or the ladies?
It's Varuna. Varuna.
Okay.
I think I heard one guy's testimony on the platform. That thing is powerful, especially with the lotus flower. It's powerful. It is.
Okay.
It's directly to Varuna and not to any other deity in the water. It's Varuna. This Varuna principle, Varuna ritual. You do it, it's effective.
Thank you.
But the point is, the ocean itself is a harbinger of power. Is a source of a lot of power, a lot of potentials. But unfortunately, people don't see that. So I prefer going to the beach to go and sit down quietly. At times, I just go there when people are just swimming and doing all their dancing and stuff. I just go and look at the sea. I do that most often. I will disguise myself. I drive to go and sit down there and be looking at the ocean. Because what I know, when I go to India, I want to go and bath in the river Ganges. I want to go and bath in Saraswati, Yamuna, Charangi, and all those holy rivers. Because I know how purifying it is. But all these holy rivers goes to the sea. So if you go to Israel, the River Jordan and all the wonderful rivers, they all join the sea. So if you give any respect to some of these rivers, why don't you give respect to the ocean? So me, from time to time, I go to the ocean. I go to the seaside. I don't go and swim because a lot of people are just spitting in it and all that. Even though it doesn't taint the purity of the water, but I can't just go and swim there. And some people are even having sex inside and they're doing all this nonsense inside. But I just go sit down, look at the ocean as it's bringing waves, rising waves and then declining waves. I just look at it. It's beautiful. I do my prayers. Sit down the mantras you recite, which is very, very purifying, you know.
It's not too easy to get gold in the sea or precious diamonds, but it's very easy to, get salt from the sea.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? The bedrock of the sea is salt. And that's how God created it. I don't know the amount of salt that God provided that for all these years, the salt is not finishing. You get it? I mean, all these years, the salt is not finishing.
Yes.
I mean, is it how many bags of salt? Huh?
So,
can you just imagine? See, that is the greatness of God. Is there any scientist who can do something like that? Create your own water and the water becomes salt. If you don't go and pour God's salt inside,
no,
you can't do it. So all these years we have been experiencing this saltiness of the sea for many years, and it's still the same. And the water is not finishing. You see one thing? The sea water is never finishing. Some people are going there, they are packing some, whatever, but the water is the same thing. It is even actually increasing because the icy nature of it also is melting, and then global warming and the thing is becoming. See, apart from all the iceberg that's not even salt, that's water that's melting and adding up to the sea. So the saltiness is the same. So God is an amazing, engineer. And we must respect that and then adore him. He's a great engineer.
So what are some of the uses of these sea salts?
No, in fact, salt itself is for cleansing. It cleanses a lot. And especially when it's a sea salt. Okay, what I'm saying is that if you have salt, you can put in water for bathing. It cleanses a lot. But if it's sea water, it cleanses more because all the holy rivers are there. Okay? So most of the times, I recommend people to be bathing the sea water from time to time. If you have, say, 1 liter in your house, from time, you can put more in your water for bathing. It's very purifying. Okay? And mystically, it cleanses your aura. If you have any spiritual artifacts, some mystical things with you, you can use it as sea water to cleanse them. Because the source of the sea water is from all these holy rivers that, flows into the sea. So it purifies a lot. A lot of times when people have terrible situations like people that have spiritual marriages and all that, after giving them some directions, it's good you give them some salty water to bath, especially from the sea. It's very purifying. It is.
What is the best time of getting this type of water?
You see, normally, early in the morning and late in the evening, you go to the beach, the waves are completely different. If you go there very early in the morning, say around 4 a.m., you will see how the waves blows. And if you go there in the night also, in the afternoon, it's kind of different. So if you want to take water from the sea, the best time is to do that early in the morning or to do that in the night, not in the daytime. Especially when the people are so much immersed in their nonsense in the sea and swimming and all that. Early in the morning, nobody is swimming there, at least around your area, and then in the evening the same. That's the best time for you to fetch the water. But I want to tell people, see, you can't just do things without informing the owners. So, yes, you're a pastor. Someone have told you that the sea water cleanses. You can't just walk to the seaside and just take water. No. It's a sign of disrespect. So what you have to do when you get to the seaside, you must say some prayer. There's no standard prayer for that. If you're a Christian, you can say a prayer, my dear Lord, you created this ocean. I've heard so much good things about the ocean. I want to take from the water for something. So whoever is in charge of this ocean, allow me to use some of this water to help. Take. Be a Cremonia, you can just go and do some Allah Akbar there and then take it and go. Whatever prayer you can do at the seaside, do some prayer. What I want to tell you is that you can't just go there and take the water without you giving some respect. So, see, if there's a mango in your house, a mango tree that were not planted by you, you didn't plant it. When you go and build your house, the mango was still there and then you fence around it. Do you think people can just come and enter and pack a mangoes without telling you?
No.
You didn't plant it. So if you expect that people, even ordinary flower, you won't allow people to come and be picking it. They want to come and beg you, please, I want to take some of your flower. So you go ahead and take it. So if you want to go to the seaside, you want to go to the beach for sea water. It's good for cleansing, good for many things, but show some respect. The water body is a personality. I've told you. The deity of the ocean is Varuna. It's a personality. Show some respect. Say some prayers. Take water. Sea water does a lot of miracles, a lot of good stuff. Like I said, at least for cleansing, you can cleanse yourself mystically with the sea water. But when you go to this beach, show some respect to the sea before you take a water. Because it's also a personality and it demands some respect from us.
Okay. So give us at least 3 uses of this seawater that anyone can do.
Okay, first thing is, if you have any skin rashes, it's ordinary. If you have any skin rashes, maybe something, maybe chicken pox, something is troubling you, you can go to the seaside, take a bath. Or you take a bucket of water, or maybe a little of it, go and leave it in the sun for a long time, and then you can bath with that water. If you have any rashes now, you can just cure it. It's quick. This is just physical.
Okay.
And then I remember those days when we used to have Apollo. You know, we used to have this Apollo on the ice, you can see, and all that kind of viral this thing. If you drop seawater on it, you're able to cure the Apollo.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the first time I hear it.
Yeah. It cures it. But you know, the seawater, there might be some dirt in there. So the best thing, you have to get some very nice, finer something to sieve with water, so you don't go and drop any dirt on your eyes. Or better still, you can boil it a little bit, after cover it to cool down, and then you can drop it. Now, if you do that, it cures. And then mystically, anytime you attend funeral, or anytime you go to the cemetery, or you go to where there's dead body, you must cleanse your aura. Not just the physical body, but your aura. And the best way of cleansing your aura is using the seawater. So, for instance, anytime I go to funeral, and I don't have seawater, I just get salt, rock salt, put in the water, and then wash my hands. And I leave my dresses here. I don't send it to my room. So I sprinkle the water on it. Because I know anytime you go to the cemetery, you go to the funeral ground, to where there's dead body, there are elemental forces that follows you. So you have to purify yourself. So the water for bathing, drop some seawater inside for cleansing. The dresses, you can sprinkle a little bit of salty stuff inside. It helps you to purify the whole environment, especially if there are some elemental forces that follows you after visiting those places. So yes, if you have skin rashes, you can just go and be bathing the seawater. It's able to cure it. If you have Apollo, you can use the seawater. It heals, cures. But if you have any mystical dirtiness, uncleanness mystically, use the seawater to cleanse your aura. It's a very powerful source of cleansing to the aura.
And what are the elemental forces doing in those areas?
Dead bodies?
Yes.
You know, see, anytime somebody passed through, instantly you see the house flies will be going there. No matter where you live in this house, you think there's no house fly around. Go and bring some dead body or pass through here. You will see from nowhere. There's no hole, but they will just enter and come. So these are ordinary house fly. So elemental forces, they are fond of dead things, dead bodies. So as soon as someone drops down, instantaneously, elemental forces goes close by. Okay, and when you go close to those places now, they stay with us. They stick to our addresses. I think I've said this before. No matter the kind of perfume you use, you see that all the funeral clothing have a very special scent. It is the ether from dead body, and those ether attracts elemental forces. That's why in those days, olden days, in the villages, when you go to the cemetery, they normally put some buckets with some water and some leaves in there. That anyone who visits the cemetery should wash the hands and the feet, because they know you might come to the village or the town with some kind of negativity. Okay, but now unfortunately we don't do that. I remember when we were kids, even when someone dies in your house, you don't see them cooking any food in the house. I remember those days very well. When someone dies in your house, maybe you have to go to a different house to go and eat.
Why?
No, because a dead body is in your house. Why do you go and cook there? Some few years ago, maybe you were small, but maybe you were not born.
Why do, if these elemental forces worry too much, why do, in the olden days, they bury the dead in the house?
You see, the whole point is that, people have way of doing things. They have some rituals they will do. They won't just go and bury somebody in the house. There are things they will do. They will do some rituals. That even though we bury this body here, but it's not going to bring any problem. They will do some rituals. Like I'm telling you, those days, I remember when they said somebody is dead. Once I remember, my mom, see, when someone dies, on the Fridays, they used to do wakekeeping. So they bring the body very late in the night, they'll put it in state, people will be there, and they'll be fine, but whatever. So I slept, and when I wake up around 12 to 1, nobody was in the house. They have all gone to the wakekeeping. Hey, that night, the way I cried. So I cried loud in the room. So somebody was, we used to have a public toilet around our side. So somebody was going there, and the person heard somebody crying. The woman was crying, and somebody was killing me. So he went to the wakekeeping grounds and told my parents that. And so obi them go soon. When my father came, so many in here to trouble. Obi will come on. So when someone dies, those days, you know, they hear news, big news. That somebody is dead in that house. But they say, no, man. I mean, what is death? It's amazing. Somebody is dead. See, any civilization, I mean, civilized, human society, when someone dies, it's a condition of sadness. So people have to minimize the will of enjoyment and all that. If you go to the East, for instance, if you go to India, na obiwu mufia, you will days there are days nobody cooks in that house. Because they feel say the soul is there, the soul is still hanging around. They must do things to push the soul away, say may or may earthbound. But now you until be a case could share now people go to the funeral ground because of jollof. See, all the time they are listening to radio station to hear announcement of where there's dead body. Especially if it's a big man's dead body. Oh, they say they bring jollof for you. See, dead body is there and there's a serving food and people are eating.
Is there repercussions in eating?
The problem that the world is going through, a multifaceted. A lot of things we do, you don't pay attention. You think they're normal. Why will you go to a funeral ground when dead body is there? Now, more than tomorrow, actually, now body ni wahana man 40 no omudi fufu jollof. And after they have greeted everybody there, they don't even wash their hands. I'm telling you, the problems of this world are multifaceted. And also, the causes are many. Some of these things people don't even pay attention. I have been telling people, Uko funeral grounds now, but fear this dressing, you have to purify it. You can't just take it to your room. What I call Google wardrobe. What do problems in Google wardrobe? We get the wardrobe, man. Problem not tear with him. You know, see the point? So, especially with funerals, people should be careful. If you go to the funeral, you have to be very careful. The day with funerals, and yet stop. See, normally when they are doing the funeral food, have you been there before?
Yes.
At times, the meat, everything is just packed, and people are there. Number of phone, hey, mama, they'll be walking around like that. No, I'm telling you, say at times a year by a while, you'll be there, and then about 10 women or more to chief fish, because no more to chick. Some of you say, for more chocolate saying, or be any. Said there by 4 penami. None of you smoke or so or feel any hair, nor the base of granation. Now, if you fear about the Indiana Jollof, will be quite just when Jollof for near SMS. Say Jollof won't mean will be new. Say Jollof won't mean you feel deal. So small Jollof bowl no day they go and fight because Jollof being a yes Jollof. You know, see the whole point is there. Yeah, but yeah, a little bit uncivilized. We think say you are sending a son, you need him more, but trust me, you Jimmy more. Yes. No when say Nimdian Kasapa and say civilization. First day those over Kaya, I am fine and say right. The Akrakra no leftino. The parents want to force you to eat with your right. Because if you say you sabin no mystically, the yen no be a fee ade. And intino when sabin good idea and boa kasa. So they want you to eat with your right. But I say yeah, boga I'll call you a year. Adiana would be great to be now with you don't care any civilization. I'm that bro for more classroom net any a question and no pay anything say.
Yes.
Don't tell me. But Africa is this you can say a sign of disrespect. You cannot be telling your teacher say my bam have been come so except the fact because even though they've been coming inside there, but it's considered to be inferior as compared to the right. So our culture, our tradition, we don't seem to pay attention. Anything here, especially with the year, the way you pay, it is just too much. My cancer will quite years here. Try say winter minute. Say me quite ye. Na say me say me check a program the whole day. I mean to move and fast here. What I do, me quite a year diane. Never can. That's what I do. It's a year quite a month for be because I send be a call. I live a Kosovo, right? A Kosovo. You call and you remember I could be no or US and then my man a film. Then I say me quite ye be. See ya corner idea quite no what. You be calling any about the following day or so. Intimacy, I say a year diane. So we prepare all our food. I bunku, I am quite BBI is in the car. Until you call a quayena say, until almost time or so you are almost able to be an amount with you or Jollof. And I sorry, and you call back up and I came. So we wash our hands nicely. Then my DNA and if you buy no demand. And purpose be a DNA, elemental be a DNA, elemental food, new Badiano. What does it? So I have my own food. I'll eat in the car. And yes, Diana myself will be an nipper, ni baby. Uko Krobahena or my chinam ne receive na sacra month we chum cobain and I'm going to see, I'm telling you, some of these things, you might not even pay attention because it's like it's normal thing. But most of the problems we have in this world, causes me some of these things. When I'm second, yeah, you're trophy. Nation Sivu. And a pack of men, you may not trophy now, month we chum baby was like, be here. Obi when the baby then who na me on very kind to this over top. Now check it, we have a tired, they are already the baby yard do come. That's how got an worry. So people have to be very careful, especially when it comes to funerals. Tetani and fair ye niagro. Those that I remember before someone dies, what tiano mabisu, but you know, what tin is soon the next one was it will be a wook. Those days not woo a news. They say any news to be first I cry and when I say Ubia will say I'm going to stand there. Say I cry. Now somebody is there, you are going there. Share. But now Ubia will not cry no diasa. The dead body is there, the case will be there, they don't care. See, our culture is actually being destroyed by ourselves. Things that we used to do before, nobody is doing anymore. The good ones, because we don't have any tradition. So what I'm saying about the sea, you go to the funeral grounds, you go to the cemetery, you go to any gathering of dead body, over fear, try so being sea water, for going swim and for jarry. So when you see water, I'll be to me the salty water here. Making with me credit datum, say my memory. I made a McQuay, yes, there be a bad Biana, Mr. Debia, Biana, no, there be another, they cannot win, I say. So why do you call that? You can just go ahead and then do whatever it is that you want to do. But okay, yes, about on Tumano, Watari, no. Don't take it straight to your room. Cleanse it with the seawater, if you have one. If not, use the salty water. Or the precipitate. No one can also there. Fabi on Sakane, Oko Batruma, Fabi Sum, Fajare. At Adena all day and where your hand up until baby not be a petit. A bit must send her the following morning. And we are both so anyway you could do them. Like that, this is how we do. Human beings, we're supposed to act like civilized human beings. Not like we can do anything anyhow. So we are called toilet or the toilet to come and wash and the pants no call. Yes, the people are too dirty. I will be now as the out here. Now I'm a cut if you are cut or cool, I cut about. Now I say that to say, oh, you deeper. No. Anytime you visit the toilet, you must bath. I've told you, say, there were 9 gates leading to this body. All these 9 gates are considered to be dirty gates. The 2 eyes, the 2 nostrils, the 2 ears, 1 mouth is 7. I did be a few baby a feet. See what him here? Time. I mean, when flames from the nose, or fear, and he has a chinny as some feet, meaning a feet. Or you say a feet, or come by so a feet. So all these gates, fee no money, free over. So, especially the basic one, the offer is considered more contaminated and more dirty. And in any time, obey you in it, the best is to use water. Obi Junsa no was so in the man say, enough. We come and enough. Get water and cleanse yourself. Uko toilet. See, how many of you guys don't use tissue or tea roll when you go to private? A woman na ko help pint. I go say that toilet is one room. Mo yere na mo ha mo. Mo so da mo ntwi mo to yi. Na man na isi mo toilet wo fie. What I say? So the whole thing is people should get it. Uko toilet. You must take a bath. Using this tissue tea roll is enough. It is not cleansing. A bruni way of doing things. When it comes to that, use water. So first thing, you go to private. First thing is a be for insurance. Oh, and so now you can go to your single bathroom and go and take a shower. This is what we do. This one you are cleansing the physical body. But when you go to funerals, you go to gatherings like that, with the mystical energy, you use the salty water, the sea water to cleanse your aura. It protects and it helps.
They say salt carries memories. How true is that?
No. Can you explain how that carry memories as in what?
As in it is able to pull in energies, both negative and positive.
No, if they say salt keeps memory, maybe what I would say is because it cleanses the aura, it cleanses the negative energy, then it's able to refine things. Okay. But I don't know that the salt itself won't have a way of doing that. But because it cleanses your aura, it cleanses your energy, then it will be able to refine your energy. And when your energy is refined, you're able to remember almost everything. So that I can say yes. And
they say when you put sea salt in the four corners of your house, it pulls down negative energies.
It pulls off negative energy because anywhere, if you have salt, like in your rooms, if you have bad dreams and stuff, you can just put the rock salt or the sea salt at the corner. It does that. It's not only that. Maybe at times, but if you want some evil forces in them, to say, who use salt over? It cleanses. It's very good.
Okay.
Like for me, I have a ritual I do for land. Say, you'll be what land, but so sit down also now. Because I make an area honor, so bit more to do. Yeah. Among the things I do, no, my only 2 or 2 run up in Chile. Bear 1 or look at 2 look at no she no kata. Then before by any other rituals. So be beard the BBS land in the same judgment. I know places that will be quite on the land that now we use in the hand. A corner papa go put on was half an hour. Then they'll go there and do rituals, they will to Munyajuma also that kind of thing. So ordinary salt here, a rock one, you look at me 2 from. Now they go you know a cataso. And there's some few other things you do. Or beard the BBS were any judgment. A salt. So salt is very powerful. So when you be the good them say them corner so be 1, 2, 3, 4, now they go. A go child be a best a man 2 months. Who with me a prayer, not the go. It cleanses negative energy.
So when I'm walking around, I see salt sprinkled around shops. Is it bad to step on it?
It is not bad. I don't think they are sprinkling those things there for negativity.
Personally, I think maybe they are warding off evil.
They are warding off evil. Say somebody try anything negative, it will not affect their business. That's what they are doing. Okay. Not that they are sprinkling there so that you can now when I be no. So they don't want to attract any negativity in their shop. So stepping on those things, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. So your final words.
What I would like to say is that the sea is a very powerful source of mystical energy. Let us first give respect to the sea. Those of us that have been doing all sort of nonsense in the sea by passing through there, throwing rubbish in there, we should stop. It's a very powerful source of mystical energy. And from time to time, we can go to the seaside, not because you want to go and swim. Go and give some respect to the sea. Okay, look at it, pay attention, do some meditation as you are looking at the waves moving up and down. You meditate on that and see that the ocean is actually personified by a personality called Varuna. Give that respect. Okay? And there is one thing. Before you bath in any river, you don't just dive into it. First, you say a prayer. River is controlled by personalities, and most so the ocean. So you say some prayers, and then you dive in 1, 2, 3. Get a sign of respect before you can start doing all the swimming they used to do. Not that you just stand there and jump out to what kind of nonsense is that? People don't have any etiquette. So you go there, you can say, you don't want to say things, you can just do this. And you go in 1, 2, 3. The third time, you can start swimming and be doing all that. These are respect we show to water bodies. You know. So at times when I go to the beach, I go there to go and just look at the sea. But I'm month for dressing power, I'm beach one. And terrible. So people, they get want to be naked. Or maybe over quite asking who know the couple one. So when they have a question bikini who will be in took a cracker, no question bikini and puano. A month from crying now. You see, Abrofun it me as I know, man. And yeah, culture, no. Oko Abrofun beach, a man you almost naked. But my man and I'm will be any problem. Africa, what they say, beach the Baha, baby, be at the bottom. Every day. I mean, why you too much? No, what I'm saying, go to any abroad, any beach, you will see all the women with these bikinis. Something small is holding their breast here, and some small thing is covering their private part. And all their as everything is showing, the men will be just dead. They are normal. They almost didn't come up. The believer could pay no AD young kasa. I be before sex too much. You know, it's sad. It's very sad. I remember I said, it could be Chibiasa. I forgot it could be Aso Ghana. And okay, I'm for dressing pa. I brought from Kwa. Now before I call you, some common Kwan yedi. So I was asking myself, say, I didn't know mood is uncommon. I brought from us to be Casadi with myself. Obi living in life. Obi jare ntin komo mu di omkomba. Ye ba mu komo mu di nyina ya ba ma na moto this so. I mean, what kind of thing is that? You sex too much. You know? At times I don't before me I'm going free. Yeah, normal differently. So all the same, the whole thing I'm making is say they be pure keke. What we are saying is that people must give respect to the ocean. It's important. So go to the beach from time to time. I go there, I do. Then I check a first and maybe a week or 2 weeks. I go and sit down there. As I'm sitting down there, my attention is not everything. I just look at the sea, I meditate on it. As the waves are growing, goes up, it descends, goes up. I'll just be meditating on that. It is very good for cleansing and for a lot of mental sanity and all that. So from times I can do that. And I'll call up to Jerry Muswa. At least maybe a month when you then Jerry Munyo Munsi, you can just go and sing. It's good, it's cleansing for the physical body as well. And I was on rashes, like I said, that you can be using the seawater. It helps. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you very much.